What is up, you fucking nerds? It's your boy, Strasbourg Nation. Welcome back to another pedal board video. It's been about a year since I did the last one, and I thought I would do a quick update, go over my current pedal board, what I'm rocking at the moment, and talk about a few other things, go through some sounds, some use cases, and talk about why I eventually will be downsizing. We'll get to that a bit later, a bit of a teaser for later in the video. Ooh, a bit of a tease. Ooh. Anyway, I use this pedal board primarily with my band, Citizen Rat. You should go and check us out. We have music on Spotify. We have social media, citizen.rat on Instagram. Go check us out. We have music out. Go listen to it, please. I'll love you forever. But yeah, this is primarily what I use the pedal board with. A bit for recording. Use some of these pedals doing some recording, but mainly gigging. And yeah, I use surprisingly pretty much everything on here with my band. If you like kind of weird, punk rock kind of stuff, then you should go and check us out, because that's what we do, baby. That's what we're all about. So yeah, I use that board with my band, but I also use it here at home for demos and stuff in various different sections. And yeah, I thought I'd just talk about it. So let's get into it. If you've seen the last video, you will know that there are some things on here that are different. Some things have stayed the same, seemingly stayed the same. But since that video, the board actually went through a lot of changes. I changed things around a lot, and I actually did downsize for a little bit while I was taking part in a musical. But I went big again because I missed having all my fun toys, as I'm sure everyone watching this can relate to. Everyone loves to have toys, loves to have some fun stuff to play with. But yeah, so I figure we'll start with the signal chain, and then I'll kind of take you through some pedals, take you through some sounds, so on and so forth. So first up, volume pedal, Dunlop, Mini Volume X, whatever the fuck it's called. I run it first up in the chain because I'm lazy and it would be annoying to have to squeeze it in somewhere on the board after my drives. And I kind of like having it act as like another volume pot. I like the sound of how kind of when you have lots of gain, you kind of swell into the gain. It starts clean and then kind of starts to break up. I like that thing. It's very Adam Jones from Tool. You know what I'm saying, brother? So that's why I like to run it up front, and also because I'm lazy. Go out of that into the Polytune 3 from TC Electronics tuner. Bob's your uncle. Good shit. After that, into the Slow Loris from Non-Human Audio. After that, into the Pog from EHX. After that, we go into the Quartermaster from Gig Rig. This is where I do the vast majority of my pedal switching. I use it because it keeps things clean, keeps you're not running everything in series, gets rid of unnecessary cable runs, keeps the signal more pure, and it makes switching a lot easier because the vast majority of what I switch is all along the front there. I'm not tap dancing all over the board, which is important. I think when you have such a big pedal board, it's good to be able to do stuff kind of close by and, do stuff close by. What the fuck am I saying? It's good to have all your button presses in kind of one area. I'm starting to sing a lot more live, a lot more backing vocals, and it's easier to have kind of everything along the front. So loop 1, Phase 90 MXR, my favorite modulation pedal of all time. Number 2 has got the double whammy of the OX EAE. I don't know if you can hear that. My cat is scratching at the door. Hopefully the missus will come get him. The double whammy of the OX EAE boost and fuzz. Double whammy. Got a story about the fuzz, which we'll get to when I get to it. Loop 3 has got the 4th from the Audio Cultivation Project. Loop 4 has got the Science Amps Mother Pre and the Chase Bliss Mood Mark II. Loop 5 has got the Nostalgia from Lick Lamb Audio, cool chorus thing. Loop 6 has got the Sending Mark II from Electronic Audio Experiments. And then we go out of that into the Flint and then out into my Cab Sims, which is the Science Amps 4x12. I think it's a V30 and a cream back with a 57 and some kind of other condenser or ribbon mic. I can't remember. It sounds good. It works for me here at home. Live, running into amps still. This is all stuff I covered in the last video. I'll just quickly race through it. Yeah, don't run direct live. These days I'm running the Quilter Overdrive 2A2 as my amp live. I'm not thrilled with it, but it's fine. But I will be changing my amp game up. I used the Seymour Duncan Power Stage for a while. I'm changing things up a bit at the moment. But yeah, I don't think I'm fully sold on the Quilter thing. I've got my eyes on a few other options. But yeah, that's that's pretty much the board. So we'll start with the sounds. We'll start with the... Obviously, if you saw the last video, you will remember this. The sending... I'm going to turn that off. I keep the loop with the sending in it on all the time so I can get trails from the sending. Obviously, the color knob is still kind of fucking with things a bit, but not too bad. This is actually... I haven't had the sending on my board in a while if you've been watching my videos. I've had the Thermae as my main delay, which is ridiculous, but... Anyway, I put the sending back on my board recently. I did the update the other night as well, and oh man, I forgot how good this delay is. I need to make an actual video on it, I think. I need to do that soon. Yeah, it's a good delay pedal. Anyway, I leave it on all the time so I can get access to trails and shit. But yeah, the mother pre, once again. Oh, and of course, the flint is always on. Bit of plate reverb. Love me some plate. Very Van Halen-esque. So... I'm pretty much running the mother pre the same I was running it last time. I use channel A, which is the clean channel, as kind of like a pushed thing. So it's... pretty, it's got some bite to it, but not super aggressive. And then next channel. So yeah. Gain channel A, which is the clean channel. I pretty much only ever use it by itself on its own for some clean moments in the set. I don't ever usually run any like drive pedals into it. Kind of the gain staging, if you will, is like channel A is the cleanest. If I want to move up a level of gain, I will then move up to channel B. And then if I want to go up from there, then I start adding overdrive pedals from there. I just found like with the volume difference and how much more channel B compresses than channel A. If you throw an overdrive pedal in the front of channel the cleaner channel, it suddenly becomes really loud, which is kind of annoying to have to juggle all the differences in volumes. So I usually just will go from channel A clean to channel B dirty, then I start adding drive pedals to get even further from there. All right, so those are the two things, two game ranges. I guess we'll start with the slow Loris, I only really have one song in the set where I specifically use the slow Loris, but other than that, it's just kind of a vibe thing. I like to have it way up front, and that's kind of why it's not in the loop. A lot of the things, it's kind of like, I'm definitely like undiagnosed autistic. I'm sure a lot of you can. No, I'm definitely not. I don't like to self-diagnose. It was just a joke. Don't come for me, my autistic brothers and sisters and themses. It's all good. I'm with you. I understand. But the point I'm trying to make is, I am very kind of muscle memory about what's in what loops. Like the Phase 90 is in loop 1 for me. And it would be so much work for me to unlearn that. And then like 2 and 3 are always gain pedals. 4 is always on. 5 is modulation. 6 is delay. I cannot unlearn that now at this point. I could, but it would be such a pain in the ass to have to unlearn that. So anything extra ends up just being outside of the loop, which is why I want the slow Loris really early. So it's just ended up there. And it's only ended up before the POG because of cabling and logistical issues. I probably would have put it after the POG, but I mean, I never really use them at the same time. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Slow Loris, sick, good vibes. Also, I should have made this clear when I was talking about the Mother. It is so good. I love this thing. It might be the most important guitar pedal I own, even though the EAE Halberd, which isn't on my board, and I'll talk about that if you're wondering, if you've seen my video. But the Mother might be the most important pedal I own. It is so unbelievably good. Everything I do here, everything I do with my band, I've recorded with it. I use it live. And literally everything I do guitar-wise is going through the Mother and is based around the sound of the Mother. Yeah, it might be the most important guitar pedal to me. Very important. Anyway, Slow Loris, also sick. Pog, you know what a Pog sounds like, but yeah, I'll give you something fun. That's the Pog, and that was using the Pog with our next pedal, which is the OX EAE Boost. Here we go. It's cool, right? It's sick. I haven't used either of these in a while. Like either of the OX EAE pedals, Zip Structures collaboration. They're so good. It sounds insane. This pedal can be very bright and very harsh, but I love the sound. Basically, you have two controls, right? You have the filter, which is kind of like the filter on a Rat, whereas the more you turn it up, the darker it gets. Then you have the focus, which is the really sharp, aggressive thing. If you turn them both up, as you can see, I don't have everything cranked, but I have pretty much everything turned quite far up. If you turn the filter and the focus up quite a bit, you kind of get all that aggressiveness with the that comes from the focus, but then you can kind of tune out the harshness, the real harshness, with the filter. But it just cuts in a live arena. It just cuts so incredibly well. So I'm keeping an eye on the time because this camera will turn off eventually. But yeah, so good. That's definitely for my slightly more aggressive kind of sound. Just kind of workshopping. But honestly, I've been using this heaps so much. It's just like my main thing with my Telecaster. I forgot to talk about it again. I think I forgot to talk about it in the last video. It's still my number one. It's not the only guitar I use, but it's what I've been using lately a lot with the band. So yeah, I figured use it for the video. Let's move on to the the Fuzz. Sorry. It's insane, isn't it? It's almost a little too much. So what happened with this pedal? Just a quick story. I got one when they first came out years ago, and then after having it for a couple months, something happened where one of the sliders just fucking died, and it would start getting stuck and started cutting out a bit, and then one day the whole thing just stopped working. The pedal stopped working. So I emailed Brad over at EAE and was like, "Hey man, what can we do here?" And he's like, "Oh, all right. Let me see if I can find someone in Australia who can get that one fixed for you." So months go by. I hit him up again. I go, "Hey, how'd you going?" He's like, "Oh, sorry, mate, forgot. I'll keep looking into it." Anyway, it's this back and forth. Every kind of 6 months, I'd go, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that Fuzz. I should see how Brad's going." And Brad would go, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I forgot." It was this whole back and forth. And then they finally announced that they were discontinuing this line. And I went, uh-oh. I still haven't got my Fuzz fixed. So I email Brad again and I go, "Mate, you're discontinuing the line. What does this mean for me?" And he was super great about it. And I'm not throwing any shade at Brad from EAE or anything. I get it. Running a business is hard. People are busy. I forget shit all the time. But basically I was just like, "What does this mean for me?" And he was like, "Mate, discontinuing it. I'll send you one direct." So he just packaged one up at EAE HQ and sent it out with some mugs and a fucking beanie and all this shit. So yeah, good guys, good people over at EAE. They're doing good shit. And yeah, it means I have the Fuzz back. have another one. And Bob's your uncle. I still have to send the old one back. I'm sure they can fix it up and throw it up as a B stock or something. But yeah, it's good shit. I figured seeing as I finally had it back, I better put it on the board. And it just looks cool having the two of them side by side. You know, it's like two cars parked in a garage or something in a brutalist garage. Anyway, let's move on to the fourth, which is in loop 3. So, not a whole lot of difference between the two, admittedly. I just like both these pedals. The spot with the fourth is just kind of... My idea was it could be kind of like a rotating thing, like if I wanted to put the halberd back in there or something, a different kind of fuzz or something like that. I could do that. But I've been enjoying the fourth. It's kind of just like a slightly different flavor of the boost. The settings were a bit fucked up, so I just fucked with them. I like to add that extra bit of bassing because I kind of want it to be slightly thicker but not quite as high gain as the boost. Just so there's a bit of difference between the two. But yeah, they're kind of... I might swap the fourth out for something else, but I really like it, and I like Zach. He is a nice guy. He sent me that one out to demo and stuff. He seemed and talked a bit on Instagram, so yeah, he seems like a lovely bloke. And I want to use his pedal, and I really do genuinely really like it. But yeah, that's it. It's pretty much just another drive flavor. I mean, what more do you need me to say? So, loop 4. Let's do it. The Mood. Mood Mark II. If you saw the last video, you would know that I only had the Mood Mark I. Upgraded to the Mood Mark II. That gives me a couple of quality of life improvements, such as trails and some other stuff. I will show you pretty much the main sound I use. I have it saved as a preset. It is the red preset. What I've got is I've got the reverb on the wet side and the tape mode, on the looper side. And I mainly use it for our song called Lightning, which is where I use the reverb to record a loop. And basically the way the Mood Mark II works is if you record a micro loop with a wet effect on and you have it set that way, then the wet effect is printed onto the loop and then it is fed back through the wet effect. And the whole idea behind that for me is to just smear it so that it sounds like this kind of synth pad type thing, right? And I do that instead of just using the hold reverb function on the wet side, which you can do on the Mood Mark II. I use the micro loop so that I can still have my guitar going through the reverb and being affected by the reverb. And yeah, so I use it for our song Lightning, and I'll quickly demonstrate kind of what I do for the intro of that song. So after I kind of finish my little lead bit, kind of like a Shine On You Crazy Diamond intro to the song, which we do live, then the kind of rhythm guitar, the kind of this slow picking kind of pattern. Is the kind of main progression of the song. The other guitarists will kick in, but I will keep the loop going and I'll kind of do some like swells and stuff over the first verse before the song kicks in. That's the main way I use that. I will also usually keep it on the red setting for most of our set just because that is also my ambient reverb on my pedal board. The other preset I have Now, I use this preset for our song Truth Lie, which you can actually go and listen to on Spotify right now. Do it, or I'll tell your mum that you've been a naughty boy. So, I use it for the solo and a bit in the bridge. I will quickly demonstrate exactly what that is. I use the slip mode on the wet side to do this kind of reverse thing, reverse unison kind of one repeat delay thing. Now, it sounds like nonsense on its own, but it makes context within the song, so go listen to the song. Yeah, that's pretty much how I use the mood. I don't really have a hard and fast thing that I have the like the blank, like the face of it set to. I think at the moment I'm rocking like a kind of like a King Gizzard thing, just for some noise, and I have probably just set to the tape. Whatever, some nonsense, just noise-makey stuff for like noisy end of sets. If I want to get creative, I'll do that sometimes. Usually, sometimes we hit like the last note of our set, I'll like grab something on the mood and just kind of have this shit going on as we kind of like, and then I'll fade it out as we kind of finish our set. But yeah, that's pretty much the mood. Nostalgia. Let's check that out. This is kind of like the slow loris in that I don't have a hard and fast rule place to use it. I have a couple moments where I like to use a bit of chorus, but really it's just a fun, I really like kind of weird modulation pedals. I'm sure if you've been around the channel long enough, you'll know that. Oh, did I skip the phase 90? I think I skipped the phase 90. We'll go back to that in a moment. Don't let me forget that. But yeah, it's just a fun chorus pedal. It's got way more sounds than what I'm using it for, but it's just kind of a more chorusy slow loris. So again, I'm just using it because I like the pedal and I wanted to do a kind of almost a greatest hits pedal board as my last big one for a while. But yeah, anyway, phase 90, pretty standard. This is kind of where I have it set most of the time. That's pretty good. That's a good idea, actually. That's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, hear that come out in a few months. So I pretty much have it set like that, or I have it set like this. And that is for the solo in our song Chemical Astronaut, which also isn't released. But it's like this funky kind of crazy solo where I start off with the phaser like that and switch to the pog halfway through. Very cool vibes. That is a sound that I used and abused so much when I first got the phase 90 years and years and years ago. And I've had to really kind of like stop myself from using that turned up all the way because it's just such a cool sound. But when I first discovered it, I would use it everywhere in all sorts of songs, just this crazy wop, 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 wop kind of thing, man. It's just nuts. I love it. I love this pedal so much. It's so simple, but that's what makes it so good. Like it's one knob, one speed, the speed knob. That's all you get. It's honestly insane. Such a good pedal and such a classic pedal. And I can do it with my foot. Sometimes we will start that song Chemical Astronaut with the fast phaser and I'll have forgotten to do it earlier in the song, so I'll just reach up, turn it up with my foot. Good to go. Next up, the sending from Electronic Audio Experiments. Helps if I turn it on. So yeah, that's the sending. I don't really have any presets saved. Now that I've done the update, I might delve into it and make some wacky presets. But yeah, just a really nice analog delay with some nice modulation. Like I said before, I went back to the sending. I was using the Therme for a while, and in my mind, I was kind of like, the Therme, because I love the Therme, and I originally had one, sold it, got one back. Even though they're technically banned in Australia. I don't know if I should speak about that publicly, where I got it. There is a shop in Brisbane that still sells some of the banned Chase Bliss pedals, but you have to go there in person. That's all I'm going to say. And I was in said shop, one I go to quite a lot, or I used to go to quite a lot, getting married, so the pedal buying has slowed down considerably. But if you go in there, they have some of the Condor, the Billy Strings, the Therme. They've got some of that stuff still there. You just have to buy it in person. So if you're in Brisbane and you're chasing one of those exiled pedals, you know where to go. Or you don't, but you'll figure it out. Anyway, when I moved back to the sending and was just like, oh man, it's so good. It actually probably still is better than the Therme. Because I love the Therme. Like, obviously the pitch shifting stuff's fun, but it just as an analog delay, it's such a good analog delay. And then I moved back to the sending and I was just like, oh man, killer, unbeatable, such a good delay pedal. But yeah, pretty much just standard delay, funky vibes. Nothing really that funky, to be honest. But yeah, it does what it says on the tin. It's delay. You can do way more with it than what I'm doing, but I just think it sounds really good and it's really cool to use. And then yeah, after that, we just go to the strum and flint, which, like I said, just plate and a bit of harmonic trem. I like me a bit of tremolo. I'm definitely a fan of a bit of trem, particularly harmonic trem, and I have not found a harmonic trem in a pedal that sounds as good as the Strymon one. I've tried the JHS 3 Series harmonic trem. I had the Walrus Audio M1 for a while, and I tried the harmonic tremolo in that. Even that didn't really get close. There's just something about the Flint, man. There's something about the Flint in general. I love it. It's such a good pedal. It's so simple and so kind of boring, but so good. Like, such good reverbs, all of them. Even like the spring sounds awesome, and so does the 80s Hall. And just, yeah, I don't know, can't beat it. I've had it for almost 10 years now. I've had the Flint, and it's pretty much never left my board since I got it. Yeah, good shit. But yeah, that pretty much brings us to the end. I don't think I forgot to really talk about anything. To the end of my pedal board. So, why am I downsizing? The simple answer is that my band, Citizen Rat, will be going on tour in a few months. This hasn't been announced yet, so you guys are hearing this first. Sneak peek. If you live in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Toowoomba, Sunshine Coast, I think there's probably somewhere else I'm forgetting where we're playing. But if you live in any of those cities and you want to come check out my band, see what I do in the real world, then yeah, please come along. Keep an eye on socials, my socials, the band socials. That shit'll all get announced soon. Yeah, if you want to come along to the show, if I can say good day, I'll kiss you on the mouth if you come along and say you're a fan from YouTube. I won't do that. Only if you want me to. If you want me to, I'll do it. I'll do it if you want. All you have to do is ask. Just ask me to do it. I'll do it. Anyway, part of that tour is flying, and I don't want to fly with this thing because we're trying to keep luggage down, and flights are expensive, and all that shit. So basically, I'm going to be downsizing the pedal board so it's flyable. And this thing is not flyable. It's quite heavy. It's quite big. And in order to get a flight case, because I don't even have a flight case for this thing, I just take it around in the Pedal Train soft case. It's a Pedal Train Novo 24, by the way. Oh, the other thing. I forgot to mention this in the last video. Chox power is what I'm using to power everything. The DC7 and then like the Chox 4 add-on. Best power I've ever used. Could not recommend it enough. It's expensive, but it works. And I've had no power issues whatsoever with this stuff. Anyway, so yes, I will be downsizing. I think we have one more show coming up. And then we're I'll kind of off for a month until the tour starts. So, yeah, I will just be after this last show will probably be my last show with the big pedal board, and then we'll be straight into kind of tour rehearsals and stuff and getting that show whipped up. So at some point between then and not that long after the next show, I will be downsizing, and I think I know what I'm going to do, but I would have to I want to give myself enough time to kind of put together a first draft, try it at a few rehearsals, and if I'm not liking it, switch some things out, change some stuff around. Until I kind of get it at a point where I'm going to like it. But I'm going to put it on just going to downsize to the Novo 18. And I have a flight case in mind, so I can stick it in the flight case. And yeah, don't worry, I will make a video on that when the time comes, once I've got the board kind of solidified. And I'll probably talk about kind of some more of my touring stuff. And I'm thinking, maybe I'll try and vlog the tour, make a video about the tour. If any of that is something you guys would be interested in, let me know down in the comments. I'm looking to kind of diversify some of the shit I make and not make it just pedal demos and kind of try and do some more stuff. But yeah, might make a video about the vlog, video about the tour, vlog about the tour, and kind of talk, maybe once it's all done, talk about my experiences, kind of maybe go through what I'm going to use, because it's my first time flying to play shows. I've driven long distances to play shows, but I've never flown to play anywhere. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, going to be fun, and I would like to document that experience if that's something you guys would be interested in. But yeah, that's my pedal board. That's my current rig at the moment. If you have any questions, if there's something I forgot to talk about, just drop them down below and I'll do my best to answer your questions and your queries. But yeah, apart from that, please like and subscribe. Tell your mother you love her. And fuck off, I guess. Yeah, goodbye.